Air Assault Forces units defeat Russian soldiers in the Kursk region. The press service of the Air Assault Forces published the video of the incident. The work on the destruction of enemy infantry takes place regularly due to constant attempts by Russians to conduct offensive actions in the Kursk region. Together with other related units of the Ukrainian Defense Forces, the paratroopers inflict significant fire damage on enemy forces, destroying armored vehicles and military personnel trying to storm their positions. When fighting off the assault, the paratroopers use all available means of destruction, including anti-tank systems, artillery systems, and FPV drones, which are actively used against both enemy vehicles and manpower. Units of the Air Assault Forces also managed to capture a significant number of enemy infantry in this area. For example, paratroopers, together with soldiers from adjacent units of the Ukrainian Defense Forces, captured 27 Russian servicemen in the Kursk region. These are officers, sergeants, and soldiers from motorized rifle units, Marines, airborne troops, and other military units of the Russian armed forces. The 27 captured invaders include representatives of different regions of Russia and the temporarily occupied city of Sevastopol in Crimea. Also, 2 paratroopers of the 79th Air Assault Brigade captured 14 invaders from the 91st Regiment during the assault. At first, the Russian soldiers thought they had come under friendly fire from their own assault unit. However, when they realized that Ukrainian soldiers were storming them, they decided to surrender without a fight. Meanwhile, tankers of the 28th Separate Mechanized Brigade, named after the knights of the First Winter Campaign, shot an enemy assault group at close range in the Toretsk sector. The brigade's press service released the video of the incident. It is reported that the invaders recently started attacking the position of adjacent units in a building in the old industrial zone. Under the cover of fog, the enemy managed to get inside. An intense firefight ensued in the building. The Russian assault group was outnumbered, so the adjacent unit needed help. The brigade explained that using artillery was too dangerous, as the distance between the forces was no more than 20 meters. Initially, they tried to knock out the invaders with FPV drones, but due to the dense buildings and weather conditions, this did not work. At the same time, the Knights decided to release the beast, and the tankers of the 28th Brigade arrived to help. Using the fog to their advantage, the tankers, guided by the Gurza unit, drove up to the part of the building occupied by the enemy. The released footage shows a tank discharging at the building with an enemy group. The enemy continues to try to completely occupy the city of Toretsk in the Donetsk region. According to the Deep State Project, the 9th and 1st Motorized Rifle Brigades of the Russian Armed Forces are advancing on the city. Militarny recently reported that soldiers of the 12th Azov Special Operation Brigade of the National Guard of Ukraine captured 23 Russian invaders in this area. It was noted that the Russians surrendered voluntarily. Some of them were found in basements, and others were captured during the storming of enemy positions. It was also reported earlier that drone operators and tankers of the Azov Brigade fought off another attack by Russian troops in the Toretsk sector. The Russian infantry that had survived the armored assault tried to gain a foothold in the building under the attack of Ukrainian drones. Then, the brigade's tankers joined in the destruction of the occupiers, bringing their combat vehicle to the building where the Russian infantry was hiding and firing at it from close range. Not only that, Ukrainian forces successfully repelled a Russian assault in the Sumy direction, dealing a significant blow to the enemy. Ukrainian defenders continue to thwart Russian assaults, this time successfully repelling an enemy advance in the Sumy sector, according to the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine. Fighters of the Steel Frontier Joint Assault Brigade delivered a decisive strike against a Russian column moving along a field road at night. The invaders' plans were disrupted thanks to timely detection and the use of the RAK MLRS. This operation is yet another testament to the effectiveness of Steel Frontier in repelling enemy offensives. Despite ongoing Russian disinformation about alleged Ukrainian border breaches, the defense forces remain in control, ready to counter any further enemy incursions.